So I've been driving a lot of cars this year, like a lot. And every so often a car comes along that doesn't just check the boxes, it kind of redraws the whole box. It makes you rethink what you should expect from a daily driver, from a car in its class, or even what's up everyone, Yogesh here and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a deep dive into a vehicle that's been generating some serious buzz, and for good reason. I'm talking about the 2026 Honda Civic Hybrid. Now, the Civic has always been a benchmark. It's that reliable, sensible choice that's hard to argue against. But this new hybrid model, it feels different. It's not just an update, it feels like a statement. Honda has taken everything we love about the Civic and elevated it with a new generation hybrid system that promises some pretty incredible things. Alright, let's start with the headline feature, the number one reason you're even looking at a hybrid in the first place: fuel efficiency. And let me just say, the numbers on the 2026 Civic Hybrid are kind of nuts. Look at that MPG. Honda's two-motor hybrid system is the star. It's been refined and re-engineered to squeeze every last bit of energy out of each drop of fuel. You actually feel it. City traffic, stop and go, long highway cruises, and the fuel gauge barely seems to move. You stop thinking about your next trip to the gas station. Next up, let's talk about something that's becoming increasingly important in every new car safety tech, and specifically the latest version of the Honda Sensing Suite. What Honda has done with this new generation is focus on refinement. The lane keeping assist feels more natural, like a gentle guide rather than a wrestling match with the steering wheel. Cruise control with low-speed follow is smoother than ever, making rush hour traffic significantly less stressful. It genuinely feels like a co-pilot that's there to back you up, increasing your confidence behind the wheel without being intrusive. When you combine that with the top-tier crash test ratings, lane keeping assist feels more natural, like a gentle guide rather than a wrestling match with the steering wheel. The adaptive cruise control with low-speed follow is smoother than ever, making rush hour traffic significantly less stressful. It genuinely feels like a co-pilot that's there to back you up, increasing your confidence behind the wheel without being intrusive. When you combine that with the top-tier crash test ratings that the Civic platform is known for, let's be honest, looks matter. You want a car that you're happy to walk out to every morning, one that you'll glance back at after you park it. And the design of this new generation Civic is, in my opinion, a huge leap forward. Honda has moved away from some of the overly aggressive, angular designs of the past and embraced a more mature, clean, and sophisticated look. It's sleek, the lines are crisp, the proportions are excellent. This design language extends to the interior, and this is where they've really nailed it. But the standout feature has to be that metal honeycomb mesh that spans the entire dashboard, cleverly hiding the air vents. The materials feel good, the switchgear has a satisfying tactile click to it. Okay, let's talk about the screen in the middle of the dash. Tech integration can make or break the daily driving experience, and Honda has clearly put a lot of thought into this. The new infotainment system is a massive improvement. It's faster, the graphics are sharper, it's a touchscreen of course, but they've kept physical buttons for the important stuff. A real volume knob? Yes. Physical climate controls? Absolutely. But the centerpiece of the tech experience is the seamless smartphone connectivity, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. You get in the car, your phone connects automatically. Music is right there on the main display, maps are right there on the main display, podcasts are right there on the main display. Paired with the wireless charging pad, it creates this clean, cord-free cabin experience that just works. It's not about having the biggest screen or the most features. It's about having the right features, implemented simply and reliably to make your life easier. One of the most underrated aspects of a premium driving experience is the ride quality. It's not just about how a car handles in the corners. It's about how it isolates you from the harshness of the real world. The bumps, the potholes, the road noise. And this is an area where the Civic Hybrid really shines, especially compared to its predecessors. Honda has made significant improvements to the suspension and chassis rigidity. The car feels incredibly solid and composed, soaking up imperfections in the road. What's even more impressive is how quiet the cabin is. Thanks to the hybrid powertrain, you spend a lot of time gliding along in near-silent EV mode, especially in the city. But even when the gasoline engine does kick in, it's so smooth and well insulated that it's barely noticeable. Honda has also used a ton of sound-deadening material and acoustic glass to filter out wind and tire noise. The result is a serene, calming environment that makes every drive, whether it's a short commute or a long road trip, a genuinely relaxing experience. So, we've talked about great fuel economy, advanced tech, a premium ride. You'd probably expect a car like this to come with a hefty price tag, but this is where the Civic Hybrid plays its trump card: affordability. Honda has priced this car incredibly competitively. When you look at what you're getting for the money, standard features, level of engineering, build quality, it presents a value proposition almost impossible for competitors to match. You're not just buying a car, you're making a smart financial decision. The low initial purchase price is just the beginning. Factor in massive savings on fuel over the lifetime lower maintenance costs. Honda's traditionally strong resale value and the total cost of ownership is remarkably low. In the world of cars, there are certain names that are just synonymous with reliability, and Honda is right at the top of that list. For decades, the Civic has been the go-to car for people who want something that works, day in and day out, without any drama. This 2026 hybrid model is built on that same foundation of proven dependability. Civic has been the go-to car for people who want something that works, day in and day out, without any drama. 2026 hybrid model is built on that same foundation of proven dependable engineering. It's a legacy that's been earned over millions of miles and millions of happy owners. Some people might be hesitant about hybrid technology, thinking it adds complexity. But Honda has been a leader in hybrid systems for over 2 decades. This isn't their first attempt. It's the culmination of years of refinement and real-world testing. Buying a Civic Hybrid isn't a gamble. It's an investment in peace of mind. A car can have all the best tech and efficiency in the world, but if it's not practical for daily life, what's the point? The Civic has always been a master of interior packaging, and this new model continues that tradition. From the outside, it looks sleek and compact, but when you open the doors, it's a different story. The amount of passenger space is genuinely surprising. I'm over 6 feet tall. Watch me get into the back seat and sit comfortably. There's ample legroom and real headroom. It's not just about people either. The trunk is massive for a car in this class. It's deep, wide, and has a low liftover height, making it easy to load groceries, luggage, or whatever else you need to haul. The rear seats also fold down in a 60-40 split. We already touched on the low purchase price and fuel savings, but the long-term affordability of the Civic Hybrid goes even deeper. Let's talk about maintenance costs. This is another area where Honda's engineering and the nature of hybrid technology create a huge benefit for the owner. Because the electric motor does a lot of the work, especially at low speeds, there's less wear and tear on the gasoline engine. But one of the biggest hidden savings is with the brakes. Hybrid cars use regenerative braking to capture energy and recharge the battery. This means the electric motor does a lot of the initial slowing down, so you're not using the physical brake pads and rotors as much as you would in a conventional car. We're talking potentially tens of thousands of extra miles before you need a brake job. Less fuel, less engine wear, longer brake life. When you add all these little things up, the total cost to keep this car on the road is incredibly low. Finally, let's talk about reason number 10, which is a bit bigger than just the car itself: the environmental impact. In today's world, more and more of us are conscious of our carbon footprint and want to make choices that are better for the planet. Driving a car like the 2026 Honda Civic Hybrid is a simple, effective way to do just that. That incredible fuel efficiency we talked about in the beginning directly translates to lower carbon dioxide emissions. Every gallon of gasoline you don't burn is a tangible reduction in your environmental impact. This car proves that you don't have to drive a quirky, compromised, wildly expensive vehicle to be eco-friendly. You can have a stylish, fun-to-drive, practical car that also happens to be incredibly efficient. It's about making a positive choice without making a sacrifice. So there you have it. 10 solid reasons why the 2026 Honda Civic Hybrid is making such a strong case for Car of the Year. Mind-blowing fuel efficiency, refined ride, smart tech, unbeatable value, a complete package. Honda didn't just add a battery to a Civic, they rethought what a compact sedan should be. Excels in almost every category that matters for a daily driver. Practical, reliable, affordable to own, genuinely enjoyable to live with. Of course, these are my top 10 reasons. What stands out to you? Insane MPG, clean modern design, peace of mind from Honda reliability? Drop a comment below and tell me your favorite feature. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. It really helps us out. I appreciate you spending your time with me today. The 2026 Civic Hybrid is one of the most compelling options on the road right now. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.